I'm sure you guys probably experienced the whole Virtual Con fiasco.
What's going on, YouTube? If you clicked on this video, that means you're rocking with your boy DJ Sick Rick.
And your girl Martha, and we're here to do another video of my favorite subject, Pops. So I recently had a birthday, and my brother came through with some cool Pop gifts, and which is awesome because since we just had Virtual Con, I didn't get the Pops that I wanted for my birthday. So we'll talk about that a little bit during the video. But anyways, let's get started. So the first Pop that we have to share here is Toy Story, and it's Forky from Toy Story 4 to be exact. Now, just a little bit of fun fact. Toy Story was the first computer animated movie of its kind, and this debuted in 1995. So it was a really big deal back in the day. I remember me and my family, this is one of the very few movies that we actually went to go see at the movie theaters, like when it was fairly still new, and it was like a super big deal. It was like when the Avengers came out, when the Marvel universe was starting to get their thing going. So it was a pretty big deal. Anyways, Rick and I actually have gone to go see Toy Story 3, and that was the last Toy Story that we went to go see. Yeah. And we didn't go see Toy Story 4.
I cried during Toy Story 3.
I cried during Toy Story 3 too, I must admit.
I thought it was a perfect ending. I didn't need a Toy Story 4.
Okay, Toy Story 3 was not my favorite. I personally love Toy Story 1 and 2, but out of 1 and 2, I think 1 was my favorite because Toy Story 1, like I said, was the first of its kind. It was like a brand new it was a brand new sight to behold. So when this movie came out, it was a big deal. And I love the whole movie. The movie was super dope because, like I said, it was the first of its kind. It was a brand new experience. And the story itself was just awesome. And back in the day, during this time, I want to say Tim Allen was real big on the movie screen. That's when Home Improvement Home Improvement was out, and I love that show.
do the Home Improvement grunt. Love.
No, I'm not doing that grunt. I cannot do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself. And every time I try it, it comes out horrible. And no, I'm not doing it.
Tell you what, let's set goals.
Let's not.
If we reach 300 subscribers.
Oh, God, no.
We get to mark the Tim Allen grunt.
Don't. I want you to subscribe, but not at the expense of my dignity. But anyways, Tim Allen was, he was getting out there, and then we had Tom Hanks. Was it Tom Hanks? Yeah, Tom Hanks as Woody, right? Yes. And Tim Allen was Buzz Lightyear, right? Okay. It's been a while, guys. Sorry. I had to brush up on my Toy Story movie knowledge. But like I said, it was the first of its kind. It was a really cool experience. The story itself was one that was relatable to all kids and even adults. It was relatable across all ages. So I think that's why that movie, that series, that whole franchise was very successful. Toy Story 2 had a good follow-up. The boy, I forget his, Andy. Oh my God. Hello. Andy was growing up, and, he's starting to kind of distance himself from his toys. So you're kind of like in that awkward stage where like you like your toys because you have great memories of playing with your toys. But then you're kind of getting at that age where like, I'm getting too old for this. Or you start to kind of question your choices about, playing with your toys. And the same thing goes with TV shows. I remember when Power Rangers was out, I was already like in sixth grade, I want to say. And I was like, should I be watching this right now? Like, is this geared? I know it's not geared towards my age range, but at that point, it was after school. You didn't really have much to do. You didn't want to do your homework, or you had to hurry up and do your homework in order to catch the show. And so it was like, should I really be enjoying this as much as I really am right now? Because I should be a lot cooler than this. Were you interested in watching Toy Story 4?
No,
love?
Not really, but you know what? Since we're under quarantine, I have an idea.
Oh, yeah?
Let's watch it and do a Martha review.
Oh, God.
On just Toy Story 4.
Okay. I mean, yeah, sure, let's do it. I mean, we have the time to watch it now, and we don't have anything much else to do at this point. Okay, so the second pop that I got was Alien from Toy Story 4. Now, I did really like these characters in the Toy Story movies. I thought they were really cute. I want to say that when I saw Despicable Me, the Minions reminded me of the aliens. And right now, Funko is releasing a toy line that's the, what is it? Is it the Alien Remix?
Pixar Alien Remix.
Pixar Alien Remix. And for those of you that are not familiar with what that is, I wasn't. It's the aliens disguising themselves as other Pixar characters in that universe. So, for example, I saw two of them actually that I was kind of interested in once I found out what it was about. One was Miguel from Coco, and the other one that I saw that I really liked was Kevin from the bird from the movie Up. And I thought those two characters were cute, but I kind of feel like Funko saturated the market with these particular pops, kind of the same way that they did with the Minions and Deadpool is another. Pennywise is another one that super flashes in my head when I think about when they oversaturated the market with these aliens. So, it's a cute character. This isn't really a line that I would have just gone out of my way to collect, but now we have it. So, moving on. All right, the third pop is one that brings back a lot of awesome memories, and it is a movie moments from the Sanderson Sisters from the movie Hocus Pocus. And those of you who grew up in the 90s, I'm sure you had to have watched this movie at least once. I know it when it came out in 1993, this was me and my brother's favorite movie. We watched it, of course, every Halloween. It was a must. And so it hits home. We have a lot of great memories with this movie. The movie is likable. It's during Halloween, which is one of our favorite holidays to celebrate. And as a kid, you always...
When you really put it in perspective, Halloween's dying more and
Oh,
more.
I know. I feel like... I mean, especially with this whole quarantine thing, I feel like not just Halloween, but a bunch of other holidays are getting like kind of,
and I know it's a corporate thing mostly, but there's some little things I love. Like
but even then, like Halloween has always been our favorite holiday. Ever since, dressing up for us, we would go all out back in the day. So if Halloween has always been fun, just the feeling behind it, the excitement, the spookiness, and dressing up, and who doesn't love candy? What's not to like about Halloween. So I did want to talk a little bit about the box. This is a Spirit exclusive.
Who knew that they made Pops?
When I saw this box, I was like, oh wow, like I didn't know that the store Spirit had exclusives coming out, but it makes sense. Like it's perfectly fitting, It is a Halloween dress up store,
So speaking of the whole COVID thing and all that, if any company knows how to deal with not being in business almost all year round and all that.
That's a good point.
People better start looking to Spirit for you're hey, how do y'all do it, man?
Yeah. But I did want to talk about I want to piggyback off of what you said as far as it being a Spirit exclusive. When you're at a Spirit store, a lot of kids running around, running amok, throwing stuff around, and this box has probably seen better days. So this box is damaged a little bit in the bottom right-hand corner, left-hand corner, for you guys. So And I'm honestly not sure how old. I didn't check to see how old when this model came out. But anyways, there is obvious wear and tear. But let's get to the good stuff and open it up. All right, so let's take this one out and inspect it. It looks really good. Okay, so if you guys don't know who these witches are, this is Winifred, this one is Sarah, and this one is Mary. The Sanderson sisters. I had to think about it real quick. So this movie moment here is picturing them putting together their magic potion. And I want to say, okay, I may be misinterpreting the movie scene, but if I remember correctly, they're all gathered around this big boiling stew of nasty stuff.
When's the last time you saw the movie?
Oh my god.
I know we have it too, but
we have it, and I don't even think we've seen it together here.
I told you I thought the movie was freaking fun. I told you what I thought about the movie, but I can remember.
I had to at least been like maybe.
You didn't watch it alone by the house at all?
No, I don't think so. I don't think this one ever really called my attention back to it. I figured it's kind of one of those movies where you're kind of afraid to go back to rewatch it because it may not hold the time. It may not. What is that term?
Hold the test of time?
Hold the test. Thank you. Hold the test of time. And so you want to kind of leave those memories alone, happy and not disappointed. So I want to say that's probably one of the reasons why I never saw the movie in my more recent years.
Ooh, I got an idea.
Oh god, another movie reaction.
A movie review, yeah, of Hocus Pocus.
Hey, I'm down to see that one because I personally loved this movie so much when I was a kid. And, now I am kind of curious to see if it holds the test of time. So maybe we'll do it. But yeah, I love this movie. I remember it always bringing fond memories. The Sanderson sisters were always pretty funny to me. I want to say that Winifred was probably my favorite because she was the brains behind the whole bunch. Anyways, I think this one was my favorite character because she was really the only one with a head on her shoulders. The ditzy one was always being ditzy and the goofy one was just always being goofy. So it's like, you have to have some brain power behind the trio. So, and I like the way I don't know why, but I like her buck teeth. I don't know. But I thought it was funny. It was like a witch feature, They're not going to have... And, oh, wait. You can see her buck teeth in the actual pop. Now that I mention it. So that's pretty cool. They portrayed that character on point. So thankfully, my brother came through with some birthday pops. Unfortunately, I didn't get the ones that I really wanted. I had 3 main ones that I was aiming for. And if you guys are into pops the way we are, I'm sure you guys probably experienced the whole Virtual Con fiasco. I know one of the biggest mishaps that happened during this whole thing was the Dwight Schrute as the Princess Unicorn. Pop was originally released earlier this year, and they had a snafu even back then on the Funko shop because only a very few amount of orders went through, and I guess something was leaked. I'm not very sure of the whole story, but basically only a few people were able to get their order through to obtain that pop, and the rest of us, including me, were basically SOL. So they announced that they were going to re-release that same pop during their Virtual Con.
The irony of that is that in that episode of The Office, Dwight actually is trying to profit off of Princess Unicorn.
And he buys all of the ones that he can get his hands on.
And I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people did. Like, they probably have multiple computers and all that to get the exclusive. And that's exactly what happened, because you were using your computer originally, right?
Yeah, so I used my computer, and thankfully I told my friend to try to also get in on it because I already saw this whole fiasco thing already happening way before Virtual Con was set to be Virtual Con this year, given the whole status of the world. So now you figure you have all of everybody trying to get in on these exclusive Funko Pops, right? Well, what they try to avoid this time, because of the fiasco that happened during the original release date of Dwight Schrute as Princess Unicorn, the same thing happened this time. So I had my friend trying to get me these pops that I've been having my eyes set on for a long time. Then I had Rick helping me out, and then I was also trying to see who could get these certain pops.
Well, I jumped in late because I came home.
Yeah, and
then you were. I came home from work, and you were doing the thing.
I was already trying to get in line to order.
And you were like, hey, help me do this Funko thing. So I remember I helped you out, and you were already like standing.
I was waiting in line.
Yeah, waiting in line.
I was waiting in line, and per the Funko website, it said, "Do not refresh the page, or you'll lose your spot in line." So while I was standing in line to get my pops, Rick had already advanced to the next part of the purchasing process. Mind you, Rick had never purchased on this site before, so I kind of had to coach him through it in order what to expect, to get ready to put in the information, because this whole thing has happened to me as a customer previous times on Monday, Wednesday, Friday when Funko releases their Funko Pop Shop exclusives. So on my computer, I was standing in line, I kid you not, for over 50 minutes. Afraid to refresh or start over again and trying to get the pops, because I figured after I was frozen in line for like after 20 minutes, I figured this is not going to work. It's not going to go through. So that's why we started trying to figure out, and I got Rick in on the action too to help me out. But no matter which way we went, out of 3 people, we were only to get the 1 pop out of the 3 that we were all trying to get.
And then what does Funko do? They released that little Instagram post.
Funko releases this image of a distorted pop saying, "We're sorry. We didn't intend for this experience to happen to all of our Virtual Con customers." Now, back this up a little bit.
Yeah, they released this brand new image that they photoshopped.
To me, as a customer, and along with all the other people who commented on the Funko IG page, how sus is it to put up this image of a distorted pop, have it ready on hand, even before the Virtual Con thing is over?
I know, it's like maybe if they spend a little more time, helping the IT guy work on,
or beefing up their virtual site or whatever.
Instead of wasting all the time in Photoshop making this little picture.
And saying, "Oh, we're sorry." It's like, really? You already had that on deck. So to me, that makes it look like they already knew this whole fiasco thing was going to happen. Their timing, the whole thing, it was a huge fiasco is what it was. And a lot of fans are super disappointed, pissed off, irritated, because you're literally waiting in front of your computer ready to go to pick out your pops, get in line, and not to refresh the page, because you may lose your spot, which you end up losing your spot. A bunch of people got caught standing in line for over half an hour. A lot of people couldn't get past the shipping information, which also caused a brand new set of issues. Rick was able to put in an address, and then when he put submit, guess what? It kicked him out completely, so he had to start all over again. Like, I can name you and go through a ton of issues that went through this whole Funko Virtual Con experience that, honestly, from what I read, a lot of people are super over this, and they're continuing to lose their fan base because they oversaturate the market with the same style pop, just different variations. And their customer service, it's not like they're looking out for their customers or their fan base. They're just kind of out to make money is what it's starting to look like, which is super unfortunate, because there are diehard fans that right here, who actually take a lot of joy and time to invest into this collection, into their hobbies. And it's unfortunate that things kind of happened the way they did, being the situation that we're all in. So anyways, if you guys had a similar experience, any frustrations that you want to vent, feel free, leave it in the comments below. Hit that like, don't like, share, we don't care. Leave some feedback. Let us know what you guys were looking forward to during Virtual Con.
And did you get the pop that you were wishing
yes. For? Did you get the pop that you were waiting for forever? Unfortunately, at least I got the main one that I wanted, which was the Dwight Schrute as Princess Unicorn. But the other two I missed out on, so we're just going to have to try to look for them in the wild and see what happens, or maybe even have to order them online. So anyways, that's it for today. Rant over. Bye, guys.